Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be checking out Google Stadia, which is a cloud-based gaming service, and I've always been interested to try this out because I've seen a lot of reviews that have come out for this service, and recently I signed up for the 1 month free trial for Google Stadia Pro Edition, and I'm going to go through some of the settings. I'm going to show you some gameplay, and in the end I'm going to give you my personal opinion on if I'm going to carry on subscribing to the Google Stadia service or I'm going to stop playing it. Okay, so once you do sign up to it, you do have to bear in mind that they do require your payment card details. So to continue with the trial and to sign up for the actual trial, they do ask for your credit card information beforehand, and this is similar to some of the tactics that Amazon does, which they're quite notorious for doing, where they give you the Amazon Prime free trial, but they ask for your card information. Sometimes we do forget to cancel it, and then we end up getting charged for a few months. So just bear that in mind. If you are thinking of trying out Stadia, do make sure that you write down the date where you need to unsubscribe from it, basically, and cancel your payment information. Okay, so if we go to the settings first of all, I'm just going to show you some of the settings to begin with. Obviously, I'm going to start from the top here, move my way down. As you can see, it says Stadia name, so this is what you input in there, and it also has a hash and then the number after it. For the avatar, I don't think you can upload your own avatar, and you do get a selection of all of these different icons to choose from. So chances are that you probably will end up using an avatar that someone else is using, which is fine, but it would have been cool to have the option to upload your own image on here. Okay, so let's go to privacy. Now, this is to do with all of the different privacy options. So obviously you can choose who can see what games you're playing, who can message you. They do ask for this when you're registering with them. So you can come back here and change them if you want to. So I've obviously set all of my things to private because I didn't want to be disturbed or have any messages pop up when I'm gaming. Alright, so I'm just going to skip the purchases and subscriptions tab for now. I'll come back to that later. Let's move on to performance. Now, on this one, you can select your resolution options. Now, by default, it is set to 1080p. You can go up to 4K on the free trial of the Pro version, but that is dependent on your internet connection. So let me just show you my internet connection quickly. Let's just do a quick speed test there. As you can see, I'm getting about 27, 26 Mbps there. Which is not the best, but unfortunately this is what I can afford at the moment, and this is the best that is available in the area where I live in. So just bear that in mind. If you guys have a connection like 50 Mbps or higher, then I think you should have no problems basically in running the 4K option. But for me personally, this is the best I can do. So yeah guys, do hit that subscribe button, which will help support the channel, and hopefully I can upgrade my internet connection later down the line. Okay, so I have set this to up to 720p. I noticed that if I set this to 1080p, there was some stuttering going on. So I'm not sure if I set that to 1080p, it will still drop down to 720p. I do need to do further tests on that, but I've noticed that the smoothest gameplay that I am getting is if I select up to 720p. Alright, so let's move on to the controller section. Now, you can play Stadia with a controller, obviously, and you can also play with a keyboard and mouse. Some games do require a controller, you can't play them with a keyboard and mouse, and I did find this out the hard way. When I first registered for Stadia, the first game I wanted to check out was PUBG, but to my disappointment, it only supports a controller, so you can't play that with the keyboard, which I thought was really weird. I'm not sure why they've done that, but that's how it is. So just bear that in mind. You do have to go into each game's different settings in the menu and read up about the game and see if it does support a controller or if it does support the keyboard and mouse. Alright, let's click on family. This is where you can share with a group of up to 5 other family members if you wanted to do that. Alright, let's go to YouTube, and if you've got a YouTube channel you can link it, so when you do live stream you can send it straight to your YouTube account. At least that's what I think this is for. Block players, that's fairly obvious. Redeem code, again, that's fairly obvious. Terms and licenses, I'm not sure I've ever met anyone who actually reads this, but it would be worthwhile just checking those out if you've got the time. Ubisoft Plus. This is to do with the Ubisoft Plus account. So if you are signed up for Ubisoft Plus and you do play it, instead of downloading the game, you can play it through Stadia, and I think it works on the free version of Stadia, so you don't actually need the pro version of Stadia. So if you've got Ubisoft Plus, you can play it through Stadia, at least that's what I've read, and if you've got a good internet connection, then that should be fine. Alright, now I'm going to go to purchases and subscriptions. As you guys can see, I purchased this on June the 13th, 2021, and it wasn't really a purchase, it was just a sign up where I gave them my payment card information, and it's showing as 0 because it's a free trial obviously. But then if you look up here, from the July 13th 2021 date, it's going to start charging me £8.99 per month. So yeah, if you guys have signed up, do make sure that you go and unsubscribe to this if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to go and unsubscribe and see what happens. So it says, why are you cancelling your Stadia Pro subscription? So I'm probably going to go with this option here. I'm actually going to go for this one. It's not worth the price because that's what my personal opinion would be. Click on next. Cancel your Stadia Pro subscription. You'll lose access to games and add-ons you've claimed in Pro. Your subscription will be cancelled at the end of your billing period on July 13th. Okay, so let's go ahead and cancel that. There we go. So it says it's cancelled. Right. So now it says cancels on July 13th, and you can restore it if you wanted to do that. I'm guessing once they've got your credit card information, you can always come in here and restore it whenever you want to do that. Alright, so now if you click on home, this is the home screen that you'll see. Obviously it has your library here, so this is the list of games that you would have got and purchased or signed up for the free version of them. I'm just going to click on see all. So as you can see, this is my current library. I've got Destiny 2 here, Resident Evil 7, PUBG, Hitman 1, this creator application as well. And to be honest, there's not many games that I would consider playing on the free trial version of the pro version. The only games I would personally check out would be Destiny 2, Resident Evil 7, PUBG, and possibly this game here, Trails of Cold Steel 3. So yeah, all the other games I probably would never check out, to be honest. If we go to store, you can obviously purchase other games as well. So as you can see, you've got the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ultimate Edition here for £70, Cyberpunk 2077. You can click on see all, and then we've got the new releases as well. And if we come down here, go to the Stadia Pro games. Again, these are all the games that you can play for free. As you can see, I've claimed them all. There will be a button here. Let's go back. There will be a button here to say claim these games, and then you can claim them all at once. One annoying thing I've noticed is that to actually see my library, I'll have to go to home, and then I have to scroll down here and click on see all. I wish this your library link was on the top here next to store, so that I could just click on it easily and then go to my games. It's quite annoying that I have to click on home and then see all over here. And they do have a few free games that you can check out. If we go to the free game section, see all. As you can see, they've got the Creator Starter Edition, Destiny 2, Hitman Free Starter Pack, which I think you can get on the Epic Games Store for free as well, and then Super Bomberman R Online, which I've never heard of before. And Destiny 2, obviously you can get that for free from Steam, but you have to download it. Right, so let's go to my library, and let's check out the Destiny 2 gameplay. So whenever you click on a game, if you click on this red glowing play button, you can enter the game that way. Now, to actually read up about the game, see if it needs a controller or if it has any other requirements, you have to click on this bit here, see more on the product page. So let's just use PUBG as an example. This is another thing which I thought would have been useful if they could put it on this page itself. Just have a line underneath here. that tells you the requirements. So on this page it doesn't mention anything about controller, but when I click on this see more on the product page and then I scroll all the way down here, it says support input peripheral controllers and gamepad. So we will try and test this out later with the controller, but yeah, I'm just really disappointed that this game requires a controller and it does not support keyboard and mouse. Alright, so let's go back to Destiny 2 and check out the gameplay. Let's click on this play button here. One good thing is that you don't have to wait for long loading times. Obviously this is running from the cloud, so everything is really quick. If you have a good internet connection, I think this is a good service to check out, definitely. Alright, so it's loaded now. My immediate reaction to the gameplay was that I found it quite blurry, to be honest. I'm not sure if that's because of my internet connection and it's not able to keep up with the frames and they've had to lower the quality, but on a 26 Mbps connection it is a bit on the blurry side. So as you can see, my characters here does look a bit blurry there. I'm going to click on this one, which I just created a brand new character recently. I think it's going to start up from the beginning because I haven't actually gone further in the game for it to save a checkpoint. So let's just skip this now because I think we've all probably seen the Destiny 2
Eyes up, Guardian.
Intro there. Alright, cool. So we are in the game now. So in terms of input lag, I don't see any input lag.
A Russian spaceport. It's quarantined now, and quite dangerous. But our only way forward is through that wall.
Alright, let me just wait for that guy to stop talking first. Okay, so yeah, in terms of the input lag, I am moving my mouse and I think it's quite responsive, to be honest. I am using a gaming mouse, which is a Logitech G402. And I can't actually see that much of an input lag, guys. I am moving my mouse quite fast there. So yeah, I have seen other reviews talk about input lag, but I haven't experienced it myself. My problem has been the blurriness of the game, and that's probably because of my internet connection, to be fair. Alright, let's just progress a bit further on.
We have to move. Without a weapon, we're easy prey. I need to get you back to the city. To do that, we'll need a ship. But first, I need to find you a weapon. Let's keep moving. Careful. They're all around us.
I mean, so far it's running fine.
It's a risk, but I'll get us more light. Hard military system, check. Frayed wires and rust, check. When I flip this switch, expect trouble. Not good. They're definitely not happy to see us. There's a rifle. Grab it. I brought you back for a reason, Guardian. You're a Titan. That means you're a fighter. So be ready, because we're deep in enemy territory.
I mean, the graphics, they do look nice. You can see that they've put everything on max there because of all the fog effects that's happening and the shadows as well. At least I think everything is set to max. It's all dependent on your internet connection. So yeah, I did not see any input lag there. It seemed fine.
Stay focused. If your tracker blinks, there's trouble nearby. The Fallen are scavengers. Alien pirates picking at humanity's remains. Speaking of pirates, there's a loot cache. Let's take what's inside. More Fallen. Hit them with everything you've got.
Alright, so I think this bit actually has quite a few different enemies as well. From what I remember playing when I played this game ages ago.
Your light is strong, Guardian.
Yeah, so I do miss my games being sharp on this compared to playing it on a dedicated graphics card, obviously.
Keep pushing forward. I'll locate a ship we can use to fly home.
But for the service that's provided, and in terms of the actual gameplay, it's not that bad. As long as you have a stable internet connection, it should be good.
Heads up. A Fallen raiding party. They're in more trouble than I thought.
Not sure if that's who is that? Alright, who is this guy? Asking me to revive them. There we go.
Keep fighting. I'm scanning for nearby ships.
operation is compromised. I'm separated from my strike team.
You can see some pixelation happening now. There's so much action going on the screen.
Shaw, where are you? We can help.
Cass, Maeve, if you're hearing this, rendezvous at the following coordinates.
Something's interfering. I don't think he heard us, but I've got a lock on his location.
Alright, track the signal. I'll try and get to the checkpoint and then we'll switch to another game. Oh, whoops, did not mean to do that, sorry. Did not mean to do that at all. Alright, so we have a cutscene, so hopefully this should be a checkpoint.
Oh, thank the light. I didn't think we had other Guardians on patrol here. Listen, my fire team's missing. I need backup, and... Oh, you're fresh out of the grave, aren't you?
We heard your distress call. We're here to help.
Brave. I like it. Tall order for your first day, though. Doesn't help that I rushed the perimeter scans, and now... I need to locate my team before there's nothing left to find. Sit tight. I'll get you to the city soon enough.
I've made it this far. Let me help.
I get it. Nobody likes to be sidelined.
Guardians are stronger together. Isn't that right?
You sound like Commander Zavala. All right then. Load up. This is gonna get dicey. But do what I say, and we'll get through it.
We won't let you down.
Follow my signal.
Alright, cool, so we have completed the previous mission.
There's a weapon in that locker. Probably an upgrade for you. Grab it and head to my location.
So, overall impression of this, I would say, is that the gameplay was fine. The input options were fine as well. I was not noticing any input lag. Maybe a micro fraction of it, but you can't tell the difference, to be honest. The only thing that's bugging me is the blurriness of the game, and that's down to the your internet connection, obviously. Right, so if you press the Shift and Tab, that's the current shortcut for the menu, so you can click on settings as well and go there if you wanted to. Now if I go back into home and click play, I think it should push me back into the game where I left off. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, if you do want to configure your settings, you can do that and it will push you back into the game. And then obviously if you hold down the escape key, this is how you can quit the game. So let's exit this game for now. Go back into our library. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to check out Hitman and see what the graphics are like for that game. And then I'm going to go and find a controller and try and play some of the PUBG PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and see what that's like as well. Alright, let's go into Hitman. Click on play. Actually, let me first check if it supports keyboard and mouse. It does. Okay, good. Click on play. Alright, cool. So I think we're now in the game. I'm controlling my character. So yeah, again, it looks like they've turned everything to the max. See, with all the lens flare there and the reflections.
Welcome to the agent program, Initiate. I'll be waiting for you inside. Follow the lights, please.
It would be interesting to see how this plays on a large TV and a smaller screen as well, just for comparison.
Majestic.
Skip all of that.
Well,
Alright, cool.
as previous tests have established, you exhibit an unusual level of enhanced sensory perception. Use your instinct now to sense the position and movement of people around you and identify your target.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really blurred, as you can see on the character's face model there. You can hardly see his eyes or if he's blinking or not. Gameplay wise, I don't think that would matter that much, to be honest, but because I'm coming from a dedicated graphics card setup, I think it might bother me because I am looking for those sharper graphics. So it would either be a case of improving my internet speed or not playing this at all.
That mechanic is in your way. Sneak up and subdue him quietly.
I think you do get the achievements here as well. It's quite interesting. So these are the two people that are met on Stadia. As you can see, they're using the default avatars there that the service gives us. Alright, so I can't actually see any way of checking what the other achievements are that you can get in the game. Alright, let's quit that.
You put on his clothes. That's a first. Might just work, though. People do tend to see uniforms, not faces. Be cautious, though. Some people are more observant than others. Not bad, Initiate. Be advised, Initiate. ICA clients rely on our discretion and do not expect collateral damage. Right. They won't find him anytime soon.
Oh, okay, so you can save as well, just as you would with the normal game.
This particular uniform should get you access through the staff entrance. Just act normal.
I wonder what would happen if I was to change the performance options. Okay, so it won't actually let me do that from here. Might have to quit out of it and then back in. Can't save it, okay. Let me just quit out and then back in again. Let's try changing this to 1080p. There we go. See if that makes any difference. Alright, so I could hear some stuttering happening there. But it should be interesting what it's like in the game. Alright, so graphics wise, I think there is a slight improvement. I can see immediately that it is a bit more sharper than it was before.
Welcome to the agent program, Initiate. I'll be waiting on your side. Follow the lights, please.
But yeah, you can see it's stuttering.
That mechanic is in your way. Sneak up and subdue him quietly. You put on his clothes. That's a first. Might just work, though. People do tend to see uniforms, not faces. Be cautious, though. Some people are more observant than others. Not bad, Initiate. Right. They won't find him anytime soon. This particular uniform should get you access through the staff entrance. Just act normal. Hold on. That mechanic with his back turned? He's what we call an enforcer. He knows his crew and he'll see right through your disguise, so stay out of his line of sight. You're in. Well done, Initiate.
Such an eye for detail.
Right.
Colors,
Now for the tricky part.
fabrics, the
Start by locating your target.
curated with so
Intel
much
suggests he's
love
around the
and
bar area.
care. It's okay. If this is what Mr. Ritter's yacht looks like, I would
You don't
like
waste
to
any
know.
time, do you?
I suppose on a boat like this, there's always something.
Well, that's gonna leave a mark. Good thing we have insurance.
Alright, so I think my internet connection is doing okay at the moment. no major stuttering happening at the moment.
Go ahead, sailor.
That is your target, Mr. Ritter. Unfortunately, the place is crawling with witnesses. I suggest you follow him, see if you can't isolate him.
Hey, who the hell are you? This guy is unbelievable. Anybody know him?
Okay, you know what? I would stop right there if I was you. You better stop now, or I'll find someone who can make you stop. Yeah.
You have been compromised. Quickly, try and lose them and change your disguise.
Oh, great.
Who the hell are you? So you take me for a fool? Take him out! Affirmative. Lost sight of him. Move to a better position.
You know, we should get like a...
Alright, so that actually escalated quite quickly.
Into safety right now. This guy'll pay. I'll take him down like. Looks like you underestimated me, asshole. Damn it.
Oh, there we go. But yeah, so on the 1080p connection, I think the graphics were better, but I did notice some stuttering there, guys. So I don't think on my connection I would actually play that. So if you guys have a connection that's faster than 26 Mbps, by all means do give the 1080p a go. If you have a slower connection than that, I think it might be the case of switching it back to 720p. Let's exit the game, switch that back to up to 720p. Right, okay, so let me go grab my controller, and then I'm gonna go and try out PUBG. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I have got my controller all set up now. Just gonna test it out there. Yep, I think it's all working fine. Right, so we can actually go ahead and now check out PUBG, Player Unknown's Battleground. So let's click on the play icon and see what happens there. What's really funny is that it doesn't support mouse and keyboard, but it is showing my mouse cursor. It's quite annoying. Alright, so we are in the game now. Alright, don't think I've ever played this with the controller before, guys, so... Oh, and I'm hearing people talk. How do I turn that off? Voice chat volume, there we go. Alright, there we go. It will be interesting to see what the game is like once it loads into an actual match. Alright, 10 more seconds and then we can finally jump into this. I think it's put me in a group already. Okay. Alright, let's just grab some stuff here. It feels so weird playing this with a controller. Those of you who have like consoles, play them quite frequently, shouldn't have any problems with this. Oh, I can hear some gunshots there. Let's see if I can actually get someone in this. Now, because it's not sharp, it is a bit on the pixelated side. It can be difficult to see moving players, so That is the downside of playing in 720p, especially for a game like this. But yeah, even for this game, I don't see any input lag, to be honest. Can't see any problems with that, even after using a controller. The biggest problem for me is actually the graphics. Alright, yeah, exit after that. I think if they enabled keyboard and mouse for this, it would be amazing. Alright, I have not been able to find anyone moving on here. So either I've been lucky or just been going other places players aren't available in. think my teammates are giving me some clues or something. What's interesting is that the other 3 people on my team, they've got a controller icon, whereas I've got the Stadia icon. So I wonder if they're on a console and I'm playing through Stadia. That would be interesting to know. Oh jeez. Was not expecting that. And there we go. Okay, so overall I think that was a decent experience. The graphics were a problem, obviously, as I said before, because of the blurriness. But yeah, gameplay wise, I did not notice any stuttering or slowdown. Alright, let's exit out of this. Just hold down escape, exit game. So yeah, overall guys, I think that was an interesting experience there in Stadia. I think if you haven't got a powerful enough PC to be able to play these type of games, like for example if you're on a laptop or you want to play these type of games on a mobile device or a tablet, I think it is worth giving it a go. Just bear in mind that if you do decide to try out the game, try out the service, the trial does require that you put your payment card details information, as I mentioned earlier. If you do have a fast enough internet connection, another route to take would be to try out the Ubisoft Plus service and then connect it with Stadia and play those games through Stadia. So yeah, personally, I don't think I would actually pay £8.99 per month for this, because to be honest, I've got a graphics card already and I don't think I've got the games on here that I would play on a regular basis. But if I was somewhere on holiday, for example, and I only had a laptop with me, then it would be something I might consider subscribing for and enabling my subscription at that time. So yeah, hopefully you guys have found this review video useful for Google Stadia in 2021. If you have any comments or queries, please do leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And please also do subscribe to this channel to help support it, help it grow. And thank you guys for watching.